Hello, and welcome back to part two of our modding session, our streaming session, to learn. Part pretty much. Is everybody here? Everybody ready to dance? Want to do a roll call? A Ron. All right, Cloista. How about we start this second part? See if you've got any questions so far, because we've covered a lot. Honestly, we have covered a lot, and it can be a bit overwhelming. So let me know if you'd rather revisit some concepts, or you're fine and we can continue, or how do you do a ready check on Twitch? I don't know what a ready check is. I don't know what you mean. How do you do a ready check on Twitch? Jesus. I don't know what you mean. What God's green earth are you talking about? MMO term. Check to see if everyone is ready to play. Oh, MMOs. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I have no idea. Actually, I have no. I'm pretty sure there's ways to see who's online, who's not online, who's connected, who's not connected. To be honest with you, I have no idea what I'm doing still, and there is a lot to learn on my end to make these in the future as we progress smoother, nicer. For starters, getting a second monitor so you don't have to see me open all this and having this awesome inception going on. It's gonna make me barf. Okay. So, yeah, let me know if you got any questions so far, if you'd like to revisit something, or if we continue going, or what. It seems fairly straightforward so far. All right, that's good to know. Good to know. Okay. Let's assume for a moment that, yeah, because I don't want to get into weight painting right now. That's a bit complex. How did you say you set up your base human doll? Okay, yeah, okay, we can do that. And actually, wouldn't be a bad thing to do that from scratch. So let's go into DLC. This was the one delete a month later. Was it on keys? Or we can go human shared. Export the file, desktop, yeah, torso. Export the arms. And then it was soldier conventional. Yep. And then we just look for the legs, which I believe are these. Nope. So then it would be these. Yeah. All right. Export. And all right. So let's assemble. Oh wait, no, wait. Well, doesn't matter. Okay. So let's assemble it. Import desktop bare arms. Select them. Alt P. Clear transformation. Select you and the dummy. Delete. Import FBX leg Z on parent, select you and the dummy, delete, import FBX originals head male. I had already exported it from before, that's why. Clear, select you and the dummy, delete, import bare torso. Yeah, okay, and let's open it up. Select you. I'm unparenting it from the dummy so that I can delete the dummy. Notice I didn't unparent it from its armature because I'm going to parent all of them in bulk to the same one. So I selected the head, selected the arms, selected the legs, selected the armature at the end, Control P, armature deform, boom. Now, if you notice, let's hide the armature. We don't need that right now. If you notice, the arms have two materials. Hidden. What is this hidden? We don't need to really go over it that much, but it's basically there's an overlap with the torso as well. You want to change the order, just click on these little arrows. Basically, there is an overlap going on over here. You see what I mean? So this is just basically what a way that they did it so that when the soldier animates, you won't see any seams, any holes. This section of the mesh will be using a material in the editor that's called hidden, which is exactly that. It's transparent. So yeah, you don't get any gaps. For me and for my creating a template purposes, I don't need it. So, and I want to join this to be one single object instead of 4. So what I do is click on hidden, click select, delete faces, click the arms, select hidden, delete the faces. Oh, also, every time you export something from the editor, it's going to have those doubles. So I always remove doubles. See, I removed 336 vertices from the torso, 27 from the legs, 400 and Jesus, and from the head 400 as well. Now the head, Wait, the legs. I believe this is the shorts. Yep. So let's do that. And right, and then the head has 4 things in it. What are these 4 things, you may ask? The head, the hidden, which we don't need, eyeballs, and the mouth. So you can choose if you want to, change their colors as well. Oh, since we don't need the hidden, since I deleted the hidden, let's delete it by pressing this minus sign. So now it's gone. And then head. And you can choose whatever colors you want. These are just like what I've basically grown accustomed to. Keeps it nice and easy to tell apart everything from everything. Arms don't need the hidden. Torso doesn't need the hidden. And legs don't have a hidden. Okay. Now comes the interesting part. We're going to select all of them. Legs, torso, arms, and head. Control J for join. They have now been joined. Now, you don't see it exactly right now, but there's also doubles in the seams. And we can see that in any case, we deleted those as well. This, if you want, okay, so if you press the letter N as in nice, Jesus, it opens this context properties menu. It toggles, N is open and close it. And you can go down here to the bottom, and when you are in solid mode, you can press this matte cap, and then you can click on it, and you can select different ways of how you want to see your dude. Now, this is honestly, I've never come to use it because I guess I discovered it when I was already way into. I had already started doing stuff, so I never found much use for it. But yeah. In any case, so now that they're joined, see, now it's just one object, just once, and you can rename it to whatever you want. Full body nail. Let's go with doll. And I have all of its materials in here. And that's it. It's set. Now, yeah, we don't want to go into that. Okay, so let's delete you now because we don't need you. Because we already have another one of you. So we were. Let's assume for a second that we're done. Okay? Let's just assume. Now what happens? Now we need to export. The armature has to always be named root. Otherwise, the earth will collapse in itself. So we select the Reaper torso and just the Reaper torso. We select the armature. We go File, Export, FBX. Where do we want it? Let's go, from my case, let's go to desktop. We're gonna go Cloista torso test. And I already have my presets saved, and I can send them to you on the Discord. Basically, you know, a little on these 4 tabs, you know, what parameters need to be checked on and off and all that stuff, so that it'll be kosher for the editor. Okay, so we're ready to export. We're gonna export. Let's do it. Boom. It's done. Now, let us go into the assets. And I am going to import it into this package. So what we do is two ways to do it. An easy way and the hard way. Don't worry about it, Rusty. We got you. I'm teaching about exporting and now importing. Okay, so 2 ways to import, as I was saying, the easy way and the hard way. The hard way, but allows you more control, is you either hit import here or just go onto the name of the package where you want to add it towards, and we're gonna go right click, import, navigate to wherever the hell you saved your shit, and your name was, what did we name you? There, Cloista. You go open. And now I have all of these little cute little nifty parameters that I can select and not select, and sometimes we don't even know what the hell is going on. What does this mean? Do I check import normals or do I don't? Or do I? Or what? Animations? What? Cancel. Fuck you. We're gonna go. You grab any other mesh that you want. I'm gonna grab the satchel. You're gonna right click. You're gonna go create a copy. You're gonna get prompted with this little screen. So, package name. Where are we going to create this copy? For our purposes, I want to copy it into the exact same, so I'm going to leave it unchanged. But say for example, this is the one that we're creating. Damn it. Hold on, give me one second. Because I'm not gonna remember the name off the top of my head. It's been a while. Since I'm making a copy of a vanilla one, but I want to copy it into my mods package, UPK, that's what I'm gonna type in here. So, this one is called XCOM EU Covert Ops Assets. This can be left empty, but otherwise it's a nice way of cataloging and categorizing inside of the UPK different types of elements, and whatever the hell you want to call it. So we're going to call this one SM Reaper Underlay. OK. Takes a bit, but it's going to automatically send me into the package that I pointed it towards. And as you can now see, we are in XCOM enemy within covered up assets. And if you go into my sub menu of skeletal meshes, it's right here, Reaper underlay. If you go into materials, it's just a materials, and we go into textures, it's just a texture. See, that's what I meant by it's a nice way of keeping things tidy and organized. So okay, now why did we do that? That's just crazy talk. So we're gonna grab you, and we're gonna re-import skeletal mesh. What this does basically is this option means it already knows the location of where we're importing it. So if you went back and made a couple of more tweaks and you want to do it again, you don't need to do any of that. You just click re-import and it's going to re-import it automatically. But this is the cool little trick. Since this is the very first time that we're doing it for this mesh in this UPK, the memory that it has is from the developer's computer. Since I'm not the developer and I don't have his computer, it doesn't remember, thus it's telling me, hey, where is this? Where am I re-importing it from? Desktop, Cloista, open, boom. There it is. So now it knows, in my case, in my example, it's always going to re-import it from the desktop. If I move it away from the desktop, it'll just prompt me to find it again. So now it's here. And now, what is this horrible material? Well, this horrible material that doesn't fit is a material for something about legs. So obviously that's not going to work. But as you can see, there's only one material slot here, like we have here. Just the one. And you are whore, but I went light tactical. This is just an easier way to do things. Again, we're going to select the male one, which I believe it's the same, but anyways, click on you, control copy, close, control paste. Isn't now that a beautiful thing? Alright, that takes care of the mesh and its materials. Thankfully, we didn't have to go into textures and setting up the material instance and blah 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 blah. There's no tinting. There's nothing. That'll be for another time. So we're like, okay, so now we have it. Yes, we do, but not entirely. We have the mesh, but the game doesn't know where or how to call it into the game. That's where you're going to MudBuddy. So now we go into MudBuddy. And now we're gonna go. I already have this one. I mean, this is the setup of the original mod. So I'm gonna go down to, for example, here's the t-shirt male. I'm gonna make a copy of that, of the secondary, because it's a torso. At the end of the day, what we want to do is a torso. So I'm just going to select, control copy, control paste, and then I'm going to select it again. Control Shift F is find and replace, and you want to replace in files. What do we want? So the game doesn't add the meshes, the game adds the archetypes. And the archetypes are basically the item in question. Archetypes can be for anything, for mission objectives, map pieces, cosmetics, etc., 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 etc. Wait, sorry. Fits the material to the mesh automatically? Yes, yes it does. Yes it does. Because it does because I don't want to get into UVs, but basically it's okay, incredibly quick. When you create a mesh, right? Then you need to. It's a term called unwrapping. When you unwrap it, you need to know how to unwrap it so that the game, so that any software knows how to texture it, right? So for instance, we can go into UV editing, and I select the mesh for the jacket. We can see open textures for downloaded props. You are the enemy with the evil within. Torsos. Right, it's a torso. It's a torso. Why am I not finding it? Jeez, this is annoying. 1 second. Okay, it's not here. What the hell? Textures for Amista full body share? No. It's not props. Screw it, doesn't matter. We can just do it this way. File, desktop, sorry, save. Sorry for the detour. All right. Okay. Right. And then because I forget why it does this, and it's annoying that it doesn't. I mean, we can just hit here repeat, and it's just going to repeat it endlessly. But basically, me altering the vertex doesn't change here what I did. So that's why it respects the material. Basically, in a nutshell. I mean, there's definitely more intricacies than that, but that's basically the gist of it. Okay, so back to, and we were doing Mud Buddy, right? So we want to replace the name. Right, so we want to call an archetype. So an archetype, this is why I keep them separate. When I was starting, I was told it's better to, it's a better practice to keep them separate, and actually for Axis does the same. None of their archetypes are, Jesus, hold on, give me 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. All right. Sorry, guys. Okay, so, Jesus, sorry that. Oh my God, that knocked me off my entire concentration. Jesus, stop. Okay. Fucking Christ. Other humans. It's like, stop, humans. Okay. Archetypes. That's what the game adds in. So we're going to click on. We're going to do the same thing. Torso. So I mean, sure, doesn't really matter. But basically, see, when you double click it, it's going to ask you, okay, so I'm adding. Think of it as a bag inside a bag inside a bag. So the first bag is, okay, what are we adding? And I want to tell you, well, I want you to add this skeletal mesh in question. I was like, okay, perfect. I'll add this skeleton. This little magnifying glass sends you directly to the thing selected. So then you ask, so it's like, okay, I'll bring this mesh. But then the mesh asks, but wait, how are you going to texture me? And it's going to be like, well, we're going to be using this material. So then the material is going to be perfect. Okay, but then he asks, all right, but how are we going to tint and apply lighting effects and stuff like that? So then you go into the textures, and that's what you have: your diffuse, your masks, and your normals. Normals are the bump detail, surface detail. Mask is a lot of different things. Diffuse is basically how it's going to look like. So it's like a bag inside a bag inside a bag inside a bag. So the final bag is the archetype that's asking. That's the one that the game directly calls into the game. So it's going to be. So if I want to add this new torso, let's keep it inside the same package name. The way it works is everything before the period is the name of the package. Everything after the period is the name of the archetype. So since we want to keep, we're going to here. Let's do it the other way around. Actually, let's grab you. I'm gonna create a copy. Takes a little bit. All right. So it's going to ask us for a name. So let's go with arc torso hero underlay male. So remember, arc torso hero underlay male with the same in the same package. So we're gonna hit OK. Boom, it's been created. Now let's switch in. Let's go back to our assets package, UPK. Select the mesh. Go here and then just click the arrow and it'll automatically do it. It doesn't matter what the name is, just as long as it's different from something within the same package. So we're going to close. That's done, but not on the code. So its name is Arc Torso Hero Underlay Male. So we're going to go here and we're going to replace. What are we going to replace? I'm going to replace Arc Torso EU Ops T-shirt male 2, Jesus, for Arc Torso Hero underlay male, right? Arc Torso Hero underlay male. That's 5. Arc Torso Hero underlay male. Yeah, okay. So that's the exact same name. Look in this the selection. So it's going to change all of these, all of these, all of these, and all of these. Replace all. Boom. Done. Now let's change the template name. The template name is what will allow us to label it proper localization. So let's switch out. This is called, let's go with underscore EU ops T. Yeah, I should have done okay. T-shirt. Whoa, male 2 for underscore hero underlay male. So now it's going to change just the second half of this middle, the template name. Replace all 16 times. Yep. So now we finish. Now let's go into our localization and let's find. I'm gonna do the same thing. Just name and replace. This is male. This is the jacket. Where's the T-shirt? Here we go. T-shirt 2. All right. So let's select you. Wait. T-shirt. What? T-shirt torso. T-shirt torso. T-shirt torso. Male. Why do I have to? What? Jacket torso. T-shirt secondary tint. Oh, for the Reapers and the Templars and the Skirmers. Oh, okay. Well, you know how to set up these, right? I mean, it's not. And we can just grab one for right now, and we'll just go here, and we're going to switch out the name as well over here, and it was, yep, this for this, replace, and then whatever we want inside the brackets, which is hero underlay. Woo! All right, save, content, save. This is not a t-shirt, but this is a hero underlay. This is just for me to keep things nice and tidy, but you don't need to worry. I mean, you can just set it up however you want. All right, so we got you, and then when we click you, we got you. You have the proper materials and everything. All right, we're done. We're ready. So now we're gonna hit save. This takes a little bit. All right, and then we're gonna save you as well. Save. Yay! All right. We are done for now for the editor. Now, before I build the mod, I need to make sure there is nothing inside the folder of where I'm going to build mods, because that's what creates weird dependencies, and that's when people get all black textures. So just make sure that that folder is empty. Build solution. Now we calmly sit and wait. This part you know, right? Apologies for that interruption. That really threw me off. I don't even know where I am right now. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you want to be. I mean, just because I've done it so many times, but yeah, I mean, and like for example, the reason I have so many entries is because I take care of all the armor types, right? But if I wanted just to be Kevlar and that's it, then I would delete these others. Jesus fucking Christ. Sorry. I would delete all these other entries because I don't need them. Same for Reaper. Say I only want the Reaper tier 1 to be able to use this, then delete plated Reaper, powered Reaper. Same for all of these. But I just like to add them for everybody. So in that case, the end user can decide for themselves if they want this to be available for the entire progression of the game or not. For instance, like me personally, I like to keep the same look for my soldiers, you know, from Gatecrasher to Leviathan. So that's why I do it. Why don't you just set any armor true? Any armor true doesn't work for torsos. It works for arms, individual arms, legs, and the decos, but not for torsos. At least that's been my experience. Almost done. Generating shader cache. Success! Now we're going to do the ultimate testing. I know that a lot of people like to do their testing in debug or whatever. For me, there's no better way to test that it works in game than in game. So let's do that. Consistent but changing look, so you can see progression, but general look is similar. Hence, wanting Under Armour. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I mean, it's just like my personal preference for how I set up my soldiers, but it totally makes sense and it's a cool idea. It honestly is. So, uh, hopefully and thankfully, this little tutorial session will help you get the torso in for guys and girls if you want to do both. It's the exact same principle. Um, and yeah, then you can do that. That'd be pretty cool. All right, we're almost there. Right, yeah, that makes sense. Right, let's go into character pool. Male testing. What's up, male testing? Well, let's test it. Let's, for starters, let's remove the jacket. See, this is the t-shirt. Now let's see. Hirondole! Woohoo! So it's there and it works. Doesn't look too terrible. Well, a little bit, yeah. Yeah, I saw at the last second that it was clipping through the neck a little bit. But you know, I mean, we did it really quick and dirty. And now, we got the jacket. Oh, yeah. And now let's see the movement. Ah, see, it clipped a little. It clips. What's a good one? Suspicious. See, you can see it over here a little bit. I mean, it's serviceable for having it done quick and dirty. Yeah. So yeah, the reason why it's clipping through here, it's because the weights haven't been readjusted, right? Remember when I showed you like, hey, the shoulder for this is kind of yellow, but for this one is kind of green, which means the strength is softer. That's why. But hey, at least we got the shoulders to stop from clipping. And if we go, normal view, like tiny little bit over there. But I mean, it's just trial and error, right? So yeah, you adjust the weights, and or we cut that part out, and boom, we're done. Oh yeah, looks pretty sweet to me. All right, let's exit the out of here. Buy game. Yeah. Yeah, but that's again like that's a whole trial and error, right? I mean, and that's why I meant of why it's so tedious, because the weights, they really do need to be identical, and the problem is that the weight information is on the verdicts, right? So say for example, see the weight information is on each vertex. The problem with them being on the vertices is, well, obviously they're different meshes from a different game, so they're not going to line up. So when I do the transfer, see, this is what I said earlier about how it's nice to keep stuff selected so that you can see here, right? So let's hide the dude and let's hide, yeah, everything else, okay, right? So it's not Like for example, this one here and this one, this yellowy one here, yeah, they're pretty close. They're pretty close. But this one over here and all the way over here, I mean, they're pretty far away. So yeah, that's the problem. So we would need to. The solution for this is to repaint the hero torso, which is in and of itself an entirely different beast that should not be covered right now. But yeah, I mean that was quick and dirty, but looked pretty sweet to me. I don't know. Let me know. You guys have any questions? Would you like to revisit something, or something wasn't entirely clear, or I went too fast over it, or I did a lot of clicks that I kind of lost you there for a second or something? This will all be in the exam at the end of the semester. So no. Well, if you do have any questions, hit me up on Discord, and if you guys want another one of these little sessions, I'm on board. Happy to do them. Glad to help you out. Always happy to see more people jump into the modding scene of XCOM. It's always fun. And all right, fellas, boys, and goyles. We'll catch you on the next one. All right, have a good one.